When I was a kid, I wasn't athletic. I didn't do sports. I was always the last kid to get picked on the playground. I remember almost failing gym class as a senior in high school because I couldn't complete the mile run. Then in my early 20s, I started jogging to try to get into shape, and it wasn't easy. A few years after that, in 1983, I decided to join some friends on a whim and do the Boston Marathon unofficially, running as a back of the packer. Wow, it was an incredible experience. I was so excited to be there. I made it my goal to someday come back as an official runner. Boston became my dream race. 9 long years later, I achieved my personal best in Boston, 2 hours and 39 minutes. Wow, here I was, never having achieved anything athletically noteworthy in my entire life, running the most famous marathon in the world at a near 6-minute average pace. Incredible. Fast forward 3 years later, in December of 1995, I was watching the Hawaii Ironman on TV with my daughter. In a moment of sheer insanity, I shouted out, "I'm gonna do the Ironman," which was fine. There was only one big problem. I was deathly afraid of the water and hadn't been in it since a kid, having had a near fatal drowning as a 10-year-old. Well, 5 long years later, in July of 2000, I finally made it, qualifying for the Ironman World Championships by finishing near the top of my age group at Ironman Lake Placid. That was the first of 3 trips to Kona for me. 1 year earlier, 1999, I started coaching triathletes for Troy Jacobson's Triathlon Academy. I was so excited to share what I'd learned and help others see all that they were capable of and hopefully help them realize their dreams. Then in 2010, alongside my then partner, Dr. Kurt Strecker, we opened Pursuit Athletic Performance, which began life as a gait analysis lab. Here was my chance to start a business and, most importantly, share what I'd learned about how to avoid injury or come back from it, expanding on my passion for helping and coaching others. Well, I've now been at this coaching game for nearly 25 years. My focus now is turned to working with aging and aspiring adults who want to take back control of their health, optimize their age, and live stronger in their second half. You know, during my marathoning years, I ate as well as I could, but with my primary focus being getting in enough starchy carbohydrates to fuel my muscles, I struggled with getting in the fruits and veggies I knew I needed to stay healthy and to battle the oxidative stress from all of that running. And that same journey continued when my focus turned to Ironman. I was consuming, lots of calories to support my training, but with the bulk of it being carbohydrates to increase stored glycogen and protein to facilitate repair and recovery, the missing pieces always ended up being vegetables, the ones I knew I really needed. Sure, I did the best I could, of course, but there were always gaps that I had a hard time closing. In all the years I've been coaching, other than the supplements from Pure Encapsulations that Doc Strecker used in his practice, I've never endorsed a single nutritional product or supplement of any kind. Anyone who knows me would vouch for this. I've always stood behind the importance of eating real food and questioned the value of taking supplements. I say this exact thing in chapter 28 of my book, Age Well and Feel Great. That chapter is titled Anti-Aging Supplements. Are they worth the risk or the cost? I've always known there are really so many different kinds of nutrients in real food that taking a single supplement could never really account for. Which is, very honestly, the biggest reason why I was so excited to discover the real food, veggie, and fruit capsules from JuicePlus. I'll be turning 64 in a couple of weeks. And after all of these years and all the miles, I believe I finally found a product I can confidently stand behind because it's real food, not a supplement. And the quality is proven. The company's been in existence for a long time. The science is there for all to see. I know that as I'm aging, my primary nutritional focus is getting in adequate protein to help me keep and even grow muscle. That's always the biggest challenge for anyone who's my age or getting older. But with JuicePlus veggie and fruit capsules, I know I'm getting the nutrient equivalent of 20 different fruits and vegetables every day. And for an entire month, it's less than the cost of a tank of gas. I can now put most of my focus when eating on getting in that adequate protein. Sure, I still strive to eat fruits and leafy greens every day, but on those days when it doesn't happen the way I'm hoping or intended, I know I'm covered. JuicePlus fills the nutritional gaps I've always struggled with. Trust me when I say I don't take lightly standing behind any product. I've never really ever done it before, but JuicePlus is different. If you're curious and I'd be open to learning more, reach out. I'd be happy to share what I've learned with you.